Previously on NatOne.
After several days, the party finally reaches the end of the underground labyrinth, where they must pass a final test of strength. As they land the killing blow, the Lord of the Dungeon appears. The party has survived his tests, proven to be righteous and willing to sacrifice themselves for the sake of innocence. The deity offers rewards and finally sends them up to the new continent. The spoils from the maze include a new companion named Burr, a crystal that contains a mortal soul, and an enchanted axe that may hold secrets to Tristan's past. The adventurers emerge outside and take their first steps into Mithrandain, the long-forgotten Autumn Kingdom.
How about that? Previously on.
Well, gee whiz, everyone. We missed last week, and that was a bummer because we left everyone off at such a cliffhanger. We finally arrived in the Autumn Kingdom. For those who don't really know, we've chatted about it a few times, but the Autumn Kingdom was central to our last campaign, which we played over the period of 2 years before we started this game. And that story took place 1,000 years ago before this story. And a lot of our characters were based in the Autumn Kingdom. So 1,000 years have passed, and we will be seeing, I think for the first time, what has happened to this world we left behind.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm also excited. And yet,
Me too.
Michelle, I have to just say, I can't stop thinking the fact that we lost that game on Thursday.
You guys, if you did not tune in to the Thursday stream, try to watch it.
I was like, what? We didn't lose an Autumn Kingdom game.
The game that we are playing on the Thursday stream, literally, we solved it. It gave us a hug, it kissed us on each cheek, and then it slapped us with its dick. It was like, oh, do you think it's over? You're wrong.
But also, we had put a bet going, and a lot of the people, our regulars, pumped about 12,000
channel points.
Thinking we were going to win, because we were like, we're going to beat this tonight.
Only
and three
people voted that we would not finish it, and those 3 people won 24,000 channel points among the 3 of them.
That's
what?
Amazing.
Yes.
Wait a minute, I didn't even know you could do that on Twitch. That's wild.
That's impressive.
You can bet that's right, the channel.
So wait, you guys lost the game, or there's just more to it?
Both, all of it.
We thought we finished it, and we did not.
The hubris coming from our table, we were like, oh, you thought you won the gamble? And we were wrong. It was awful.
We were so wrong.
Oh,
so wrong. That game just kicked us in the nuts. I can't believe it. I'm still thinking about it. I'm in
Saucy
New York.
noodles.
I had to leave from the shame.
Really quickly, couple of things. Kicking Bird, I was literally just about to say thank you for the sub, but you know what? If we don't always get to it right away, it's still appreciated. So thank you very much. Also, thank you to whoever Bianca Giselle is for their sub, as well as Saucy Noodles for the Bottoms Up redeem. So if you guys have a beverage in front of you, it is time to play a lovely game that we play once a stream called Bottoms Up, where you have to finish it.
Oh, you mean this green juice that I'm drinking to try to get more vitamin C in my body?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Counts. It counts.
I can only drink water tonight, sadly. I'm sorry.
I was like, I'm drinking water. I'm chilling with my water.
I just downed some Sprite. Look, y'all, we had a hard time assembling tonight.
We are rough. What is going on with us? It's only February. We got the whole rest of the year to go.
You guys, how am I going to go the whole rest of the year with my back like this?
Okay, if you are redeeming Garrett and Michelle, you'll have to keep us on top of that because most of us have no way of knowing. Redeeming tonight, I will say, maybe a tough one to redeem a lot on because we are we are having a hard time sticking together as it is. So if you want to like purchase an NPC, it might not be the best episode for it. I know some of you are itching with your newfound huge ass fortunes.
Yes.
Betting on Michelle and I fail. Because I think someone won enough to get like 2 NPCs with that one bet.
Yeah. I think a lot of people might be saving up for the VIP coronation as well. Which...
Oh, what's that entail?
Well, that's when someone becomes a very important person, and we will coronate them with the crown of VIP.
VIP.
And as it has yet to happen, I think that we will need to decide when it does happen. Somebody just redeemed Sing Mode.
That's a fun one to start with.
There's only confused. You have to tell us who, and also let's just keep in mind we are having a technically complicated stream, so if things are delayed, please be patient with us.
We're gonna have a Sing Mode this week. Oh my god!
Oh my god, I love it. I'm already a Sing Mode already.
But this week specifically makes it even funnier.
It's for you, Michelle.
No, I think they just said that they assumed that it was just for me, so they can
so that means it's for you.
So they can just pick. They can just pick. You know, you have the freedom to pick any.
I'll play a note on the piano, and I'll play the same note.
And go play a note on the piano.
I'll play one note, one note, one note, one note. Oh wait, here.
Michelle, would you be a deer
A duet.
and would you sing for us? Basically all of your experiences in the caverns that we just got out of.
Oh, that's great. That's
Okay, great.
Okay, let me see. Can we get the piano
It has
on?
to be someone,
I
Gary,
think
you
it's
have to
just that
set a
little switch
3-minute
button.
timer.
You gotta turn on the keyboard. Button on the right, button on the right.
Geralt.
What?
Right there, right under your thumb.
Oh, but now confused Kim is asking for a duet between Michelle and Garrett.
Well, either way, they have to set a timer.
Okay,
Oh my god.
I'm setting.
Yes, you do need a timer.
I can play something.
Okay, Graham, our lovely producer, is going to play
What am I
something
gonna
very
play?
simple on the piano,
What am I gonna
easy
play?
for
I
anyone,
can't play.
regardless of their accomplishments, to be able to sing a tune.
Listen, let me lower. I'm gonna lower the bar really quick.
Yeah.
I've
To the floor.
went to the doctor this week, and I'm on a lot of medicine, so this will be interesting.
Okay, and now after that, we will be honoring our next redeems in a little while. So if you redeem something in the next little while, we do have to get to our game, and we will honor it either before or after the break.
Are we singing now, or in the story randomly? Greg will just pick
It's
a moment.
it's a duet between you and I.
Should we do it in story mode?
No, you're recapping what happened in the caves.
Okay,
Oh.
and that was perfect, Graham.
Okay.
That was perfect, and we're starting the timer
Okay.
now.
Do I have to play right now? The
Yes,
whole thing?
yes.
Oh Jesus Christ! Okay.
You want to start?
I found 3 lakes, and each one of them hurt me. You're doing great, Graham. It was pretty painful, but I took a swim into Cyprus.
It took a swim in Cyprus, and then.
I could play the song, a Linkin Park song or something.
Yeah,
like
just
that.
play
No,
honestly,
just
anything,
play
anything.
You can play
And we'll
a
sing
random
to it.
sequence of notes.
Yeah.
This is great.
Acapella. You don't need the piano.
Yeah,
It's
why
too
not?
much.
Okay.
Because Graham wanted to offer, and I really appreciate the effort.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I would have liked
Okay.
that random string of notes.
Okay.
Do you want that? Okay. I'll
Oh
do
my
it.
God, we have to decide. Okay, are we restarting?
guys.
No, it's only 2 minutes
Sing
left.
the song.
Just sing.
Boy, was that like painful, and it really hurt my body. I got slammed into a rock, and I felt really naughty. I wish I could have found a way to make that web work. Instead, what we had to do was press me to the wet work.
Well, then, as you know, we just turned into a spider so that I could scream "ah!" every time there was another spider, and there was just a giant nest full of eggs and eyes, and absolutely nobody wanted to die.
I'm scared of the cave. I'm scared of it all. I don't want to fight a nest of spider eyes.
Spider eyes, you say? Spider eyes, she said. But that's not where the story ends.
I never want to sing without an entire room of people again. Great job.
Is that it? That was
Okay.
that was 3 minutes?
Yeah.
No, that's it.
Time's up.
That's
Felt like 10. All right, let's put a pause. Let's put a pause on our audience making us do cruel things. We have arrived in Mithrandane, the Autumn Kingdom. Let's go there. Just to keep you guys, here's your map right now. If we're wondering like what it looks like these days, this is everything you guys have traveled through so far. Mithrand about the same size with Pacifica, which makes it much larger than any of the other continents you guys have been to. Oh, and the singing is done. Here's a picture of the continent you guys are on.
Oh.
So we just
Ready.
got out of these caverns right here. And as you guys step outside for the first time, you are taken back by the natural beauty of the colors in the nature and the sky above you. A permanent sunset rainbow paints the sky in a random array of pastels and warm colors. The trees, not just green and orange and yellow, but blue and purple and pink as well. Flowers are bursting everywhere you look, filling the air with sweet scents. And almost immediately, an group. Push me, please.
What?
Can you repeat the last part?
Yeah.
You guys are gonna need to like give me like a hand signal or something if you can't hear what I say.
I actually thought it was me. I thought I was the one that froze.
Yeah.
Almost immediately as you guys step outside, an orange and yellow button appears in front of you that says, "Push me, please."
No.
Nope.
You know what? For the first time, I look at this group and I'm like, it's my turn to push the button.
You always push the button. What do you mean it's your turn?
I never push the button.
Oh my god, that is the biggest lie I've ever heard.
Zizix always pushed the button, but Cypress never pushes the button.
Cypress pushed the button in episode 2. I remember.
With the button fairies, because you said we had to.
I didn't say. I never said you had to. And
Everybody pushed one.
But I will say that the button fairies in Pacifica never say please, so they seem to be much more polite here. And when you push the button, a nearby tree sneezes, and all of its leaves fall off.
Oh.
And the button disappears and served its purpose.
I take a leaf and I put it in my journal.
I go up to the tree and I say, "Did that hurt?"
Well, you've got your new handy-dandy ring that lets you talk to plants.
Yeah.
Don't you? Mm-hmm. So you do go up to that tree, and it is a little embarrassed, but no, it didn't feel any pain. It's embarrassed that newcomers are seeing it naked like this.
Oh.
But all in
What? But what?
all in all, it's a good day for the tree.
Oh, good.
As soon as Inara sees Cypress talking to it and getting a response, I blush and I just open my journal and I slowly take the leaf out and I put it back on the ground.
The tree notes that and
I feel like I just took a pair of its underwear or something, you know.
It tells Cypress, it's like, she can have as many as she wants. Oh, but you know what? Let's make her feel really bad about it. Tell her that was a terrible thing.
Oh my god.
And so I go and I do exactly that.
I want to climb the tree to see, to get up high and, to look around.
Okay. Sure, let's see how you do. I don't need much of a roll, but give me some sort of athletics or...
Dexterity, right?
Dex will work.
Are you sure Arcana won't work?
I'm pretty sure, unless you have the climb tree spell. But yeah, you have no trouble. You have no trouble hopping up. You get up to the top of that tree and you can look around. It's a huge continent. You can see that take you probably a week or longer to try to go from one side to the other.
Do I see a kingdom? Buildings?
Sure, you do. Not so far away, you can definitely make out the major city of this continent, and it's about half day's journey to the north.
Okay, I relay that information to my teammates.
Okay, great. Well,
Do we do we recognize or do we know, like, is this place so famous in legend that we know where we're at, or no?
So, he did welcome you to this place by name. So he did say at the end of your time with the Dukes or whatever his name is, you did find out the name of this place. It's a good question, Locke. Sorry, it's a good question, Tristan. Ouch. Especially here of all places.
I know.
Let me think. There are definitely history of the God Slayers on every major continent. So I think there would have been references to these kingdoms. Yes, I think you have heard of the famous spring and winter and summer kingdoms in like history books, though. And since it's been 1,000 years, it was probably something along the lines of any civilization where in the beginning everyone was like, of course it's real, and after 1,000 years later and several generations go by, some people are like, those are just fairy tales, and other people are like, no, it's all very real, you know? When the portals opened up, that probably did a lot to convince people that it was not fairy tales. So all that said, I would say that you can choose for yourself how much your characters have heard about these places.
I feel like I definitely know that it's a real. I feel like I knew it was a real thing.
Yeah, I think you probably have a general idea of the old Feywild really was just thought of as the Four Kingdoms. So all the history books would pretty much reference that.
Like, I'm sure Jurakan like talked about it or whatever.
Certainly.
Oh, go ahead.
Inara, do you think you have heard anything about this?
I do. I think I probably have pretty basic, like, I feel like the Feywild, the history of the Feywild, up to like maybe modern, like definitely I think maybe the Portals of Brae have not been covered because they're chaotic, and maybe like my civilization has not been to the Feywild in long enough that we don't know anything about them. But like
that's definitely true. I think your civilization was connected to an older version. You know?
Yeah, but we definitely know it's such history that we definitely know about the 4 seasons of the original Feywild and the cataclysm that happened.
Cypress, you probably grew up hearing stories at least about the Winter Kingdom from your parents.
Yeah, I always figured that it would have been like bedtime stories and things, and then they would have told of like, oh, there wasn't just one of these places, there was every season of this place. Like, just hearing it, not really realizing the weight of it.
Well, welcome to the Autumn Kingdom, everyone. Do you want to move towards the city that you've located, Armaya?
Yes, I kind of look to everybody, and because I don't see anywhere else to go, so I'm like, we should make our way towards the city.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, all right. Does it look like, how long will it take us to get there? Does it look like we can get there soon, or should we camp here first?
It's about a 6 to 8 hour journey. You guys have not slept since your boss fight.
Right.
So if you want to put up a tent and
yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a pretty it's a peaceful place. Let's go ahead and give me a roll. But you're gonna have to really watch it for me to do something mean to you.
Just a regular 20?
Yeah, just a regular 20. It's just a luck roll.
From all 4 of us, or just one of us?
No, just one. Cypress has done it. You guys have a very restful evening. With a 19, you find a perfect little spot with a stream, and some berries, and even kind of a natural anything happening with the trees around the area, and even some friendly little animals, including your new floaty friend Burr, who spits up healing spit all over you every hour.
Oh, I forgot about Burr.
Cute.
I love that.
Yeah, pretty cute.
Is Burr kind of hanging with Zizix? What is happening to me? Is Burr hanging out with Cypress?
I actually was
Or
kind
is-
of thinking that I turned into something maybe smaller in the night, and then went with Burr and like ran through and found somewhere fun to like interact with some animals and talk to some plants, and then just go and like sleep up at the top of a tree. And
Sure, Burr shows you all the best parts about being a tiny floaty corgi. And it's a pretty exciting time that you two share together, like a little sleepover with your buddy. Everyone else, you all sleep peacefully. Enjoy a long rest. Give your characters that. If you haven't leveled your character up to level 4, you should probably do that while I'm talking about the game.
That's what I'm doing.
We're all doing it.
I was like, oh shit, I never leveled up.
I mean, I'm fine if you guys want to keep your low levels. That's okay with me.
I did
No.
it.
All right,
Jason's
Jason.
the good one. Gold
All
star
right.
for Jason.
We already know who's
I
your
work-
favorite, Greg.
I award inspiration to Jason and everyone else at the beginning of the game. Okay, so you guys sleep. Get your stats back, and then journey to the north. On the half day's journey there, you guys are taking in some of the incredible sights of this continent, which I would love for each of you to share something with me about what you see on the way to the Autumn Kingdom.
Can you give us, since we're not all together, can you just call it a name, Greg?
Bianca.
Okay. As we're walking through, we see the forest. We see more trees with buttons on them. And I'm going to assume Cypress pushes another one.
yeah.
And this time, the tree he does it on, like all of these flowers that kind of like really quickly like come out of the branches, and they go poof, they like bloom, and there's like beautiful like glittery like little fireworks that come out of them, and it smells really good.
Ooh.
Firework flowers. I love those.
Next.
Jason.
In a grove of trees, there's some loud sound, and a whole flock of birds get kind of rustled from where they were nesting, and they take off and fly across the sky. And at first, they're this kind of gorgeous, like orange, yellow, almost like fiery color. But then the second that they come out from under the canopy of the trees and they hit the sun, then they turn immediately like a blue-green.
Cool.
And so they like as the sun hits them, they turn this gorgeous color, and they fly and fly and fly, and then far off in the distance they land, and as they land, they go back to their red, yellow, orange color, hiding in the treetops.
That's cool. Garrett.
That's cool.
We're up in the tree at night, and then we start seeing that it like reacts, that the leaves are reacting to temperature. So we start breathing all over it, and then we like light up this whole little conclave that we didn't realize that they're like all alive, and they're like the little helicopter, the little helicopter leaves when they fall to the ground.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Sure, yeah.
But this is like reversed of
Yeah.
that. So like if we make it too bright, then they all like fly away and then like go back into like land somewhere else.
Michelle.
Since like every once in a while, I like all of ours are tree stuff. But like every once in a while, dotting the landscape. And it takes a minute to notice because there's so many trees, I think. And some of them look like they're without leaves, and some are permanently without leaves. But there's a specific species of tree that over time, if you're looking, you'll notice that like golden leaves kind of unfurl, and as they unfurl they kind of look golden on the edges, and then they fully unfurl and they become like normal leaves, and then they curl back in and fall to the ground and drop into the roots, all for the process to start over and over again so that it's perpetually fall.
Ooh.
Thanks, Greg. I liked it too.
I liked it too. I'm always worried that I'm like cutting you guys off because I stopped hearing little bits of the sound. Okay, cool. As you guys travel through this very tree and nature-friendly land, you get closer and closer to the big city. Now, as you guys approach it, you can tell it's enormous in size. It's very welcoming. And you are there before you know it. Let me take you to a picture. As you guys walk into the entrance to the city of Mithrindan.
Ooh, it looks so cool.
Oh,
Love that.
I miss this place.
Cool.
I mean, this place is nice.
Yeah, this is really pretty.
This is a nice place. Do we get to stay here?
This is nice.
As you approach the entrance to the kingdom, the first thing you see stops the group. 4 statues, each so lifelike they could easily be mistaken for real people, are framed at the center of the town entrance. A dark-skinned elf stands, her armor and hair blazing with blue fire. One of her hands is on the shoulder of a handsome elf whose eyes are glowing, one blue and the other black. Around him, the shadows of the other statues seem to distort and shift. In front of the group, a tall elven woman dressed in royal garb holds up a gem that seems to be causing the earth around the quartet to gather around them in a protective barrier. And last, somehow floating above the others, a statue of a blue dragonborn hanging in the air, arms reaching towards the sky as if summoning a lightning bolt.
Wow.
The 4 statues are enchanted. They move and sparkle from every angle. You can see citizens stopping and offering prayers to the statues. These figures must be very important to the history of this place. A plaque in front of them reads, God Slayers, Saviors of the Feywild.
Yes, I've heard and studied the God Slayers before.
I didn't even.
Would you like to explain it to your friends?
Sure. So, as it's told, there were 4 mighty heroes who saved all of the Feywild about 1,000 years ago, and 2 of them were lost at the end of the war, and 2 more apparently came back to their communities and helped them out. I don't know. But they were mighty heroes, and they were very brave, and they were able to work together to save the Feywild.
Which ones do we Adamaya, which ones went back to their lands, and which ones decided not to go?
I think the story goes that Zizix, he was the king of the Winter Kingdom, and I believe he went back there. And there was talk about Cyrilla, the drow, and she, I believe, went to the Autumn Kingdom, as far as I know.
I heard about the Winter Kingdom one, and then I just always thought that was like bedtime stories. I didn't realize it was real. This is crazy.
It was
So
thought
it
to
was
be as history.
Cypress, what do you mean? Do you know of these 4 heroes as well?
Yeah, I was told stories about this when I was a kid, but I don't know.
What were the stories that you were told?
They were just telling me stories about this, the Winter Kingdom, and how they tried. Basically, they were trying to create like a utopia there, and then I guess the story goes dark, and so I don't know. That's why I always thought it was just a fairy tale.
Cypress, as you are staring at the statue of the Dragonborn, you cannot help a sense of familiarity. You also notice that people are stopping and staring at you.
Oh.
A child points a finger and screams, "Mama, Mom, it's a zigzag!" The boy's mother corrects the boy. A Dragonborn, darling. Zizix was just his name. Don't stare, it's rude. But as the mother pulls away, eyes still locked on Cypress, she also has a hard time pulling her gaze away from the Dragonborn.
Is the gaze one of horror, or are they like in awe? Are they like excited, or are they terrified?
Looking around, you see that the people here are mostly Eladrin. Elf is the most common. However, there is a healthy population of just about everything else, except there are no Dragonborns, very much like Pacifica, and very much like Wallachia. Essentially, everywhere you've gone, Cypress has been the only Dragonborn anyone has seen. Loud noise in the hallway.
Well, it's not shocking to me that they would be so awed by you, Cypress. I mean, Zizix was one of the Godslayers who helped the goddess Xanthia completely beat on her own the enemy that haunted the Feywild 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, there's more of. I mean, I know there's not a lot, but I'm not the only Dragonborn.
You're the first one I've seen.
Am I the first one all of you have seen?
Yes.
I
don't know about Aramaya.
No,
you're the
I've
first one,
probably
Cypress.
You've probably seen Dragonborn.
You
Yeah,
probably
for
have.
Tristan
You're
and
already
I,
the first
Tristan
one.
and I think you're the first Dragonborn we've ever seen. But Tristan's also the first human I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think you study things, Inara, but you haven't seen a lot, you know?
I put my arm on, or my hand on Cypress's shoulder. I say, from one mythological freak to another, and I just give him a hug and say, I understand what it's like, and I step away and I point at him and I go, "Oh no, look! It's a Dragonborn! Oh no!"
And some children who have been watching the whole thing scream and run away, and their parents are like, "Oh, thanks." And one of them, and some of the elves walk past you, Tristan, and one of them notes your ears and goes, "Ouch."
And my face drops, and I'm like, just don't talk about acid. I'm so bored with the acid.
I actually
All of this
still haven't seen any empirical proof that it doesn't happen.
In
And
fact,
I wheel on Inara, and I'm like, do you want me to open a vein right now again? For you?
Inara, we saw that the humans that populated Macroon were being eaten away from this acidic rot that seemed to be in their
I'm just
very
saying,
blood.
I've seen evidence.
I look at Arma, I'm like, let's go. Let's
As
walk.
you guys
Yes.
erupts,
What?
a spectacle of sorts erupts.
Oh.
A large carriage painted in red, white, and blue is spitting out toxic green fumes as it clanks and wheezes through the entrance of the city, leaving behind it a trail of foul-smelling brown substance that looks like shit. Written on the side of this mechanical carriage, Vox Fuse. Perched atop the mechanical carriage, a flock of very odd birds that have camera lenses instead of heads.
Oh.
These birds look around, constantly seeking a source of distraction. Nearby, two gnomes are arguing over the price of a decorative sash. And the concorders immediately flit off of their perch and start to hover around this couple. As the back of the wagon gently wheels into view and past you guys, you can see that whatever the birds capture is magically broadcast onto a large screen that's hanging from the back of the wagon. As the birds zoom around the argument, what appears to be a simple exchange in person suddenly becomes something that feels like a bloody battle about to break out on screen. Before you can observe any more, however, the janky carriage spits and shits.
Are you saying that it distorts what we're watching happening to something different on the thing, or that just my perception, or that it amplifies what they're doing and they get madder because they're being filmed?
Good question. So these birds are very good at aggravating people, and they are very good at camera angles that can take, like, it's like reality TV, a normal situation, and like apply a few sound effects and music cues, and all of a sudden it's like they're gonna kill each other. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I would say manipulative is the word, but it's not magically doing anything.
Oh my god, I love manipulative birds. That's amazing.
As you guys seriously watch this mechanical wagon spitting and shitting and putting out green clouds, it travels further into this. Everywhere it goes, you can see the citizens are disgusted by the obnoxious sounds, fumes, and shit that are spitting out of this mechanical wagon. But before you have a chance to pay too much attention or follow it, you hear a voice calling to you. A tall elf in a very proper-looking uniform stands before you. He's definitely staring at Cyprus. Welcome to Mithrandain. I don't believe I've seen any of your faces before.
We're new in town. What's your name?
My name is Negotiator Rion. What brings you to our fair city, and where'd you come from?
We're just
Are
traveling.
you from Vox?
What?
Are you from Vox?
No, we're not from Vox.
Well, we're travelers from a distant land, merely passing through. What is Vox?
What is Vox? Distant land. How?
Oh, just over the hill. Oh, just over the hill.
You don't have that expression, what's Vox with you here? What's Vox? You know, how are you doing?
She hasn't gotten to sleep recently.
What's Vox? You know, hi. Well, how are ya?
Are you looking for folks from Vox? Is that what you're asking us?
No, you possibly just saw their carriage enter, so I thought perhaps you would come with them, though you don't look the type to be welcome.
That was very interesting, though. No, but we're not with them.
Mm-mm.
What type of people are these Vox people?
Oh, difficult would be the word I use. They're not very popular here. Bit of a history with them. Do you really not know who Vox is? Have you never been here before? I'm sorry. Where do you come from?
Wait, who are you?
What city do you come from? We're well aware of the entire continent. Where do you come from?
Who's we? Who are you? What are you doing here?
Why are you interrogating us? Are we not welcome here?
Why will you not answer my question? You're getting less welcome every minute.
We're from, it's hard to explain, but suffice it to say, there are ways of traveling within the world that we all live, the Feywild. And we are from a specific area that understands a little bit how to travel between those areas. So we are from the same plane of existence that we're all currently in, but we're from a different place, if that makes any sense. We absolutely come in peace, and we're just explorers, and we're only here to travel through and
Are you telling me you came from
come in
beyond?
peace?
Did you come from beyond the mist?
Yes.
That we did.
Have you ever seen a mist otter?
I'm not messaging my group. I sent out a message to my group that's like, everyone be careful with how much information we're giving. They might not want us here.
The guard has already locked eyes with other nearby enforcement, and you are realizing that one by one they are slowly gathering around you.
Wait, they're what?
I knew this was going to happen.
They're slowly gathering closer and closer.
Are we in trouble for something, sir?
We've never had anyone in this continent that's been able to pass the mist. You're not in trouble. We mean you no harm. But if what you say is true, I would ask that you please come with me immediately. The Council of Shadow and Light must hear this.
Oh.
Can you guarantee our safety and we won't be imprisoned?
Yeah, we
If
just
you
need.
mean us no harm. This is a peaceful place, and we will offer the same to you. However, in 1,000 years, you are the first to claim that you come from beyond this realm, and as you have a dragonborn in your party, I'm inclined to believe you. Please. He gives a signal to a few guards. They will respectfully stay behind you and keep other people away. And he extends his arm and points you in a direction towards where the buildings in town get much larger.
Okay, great.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay.
I wanna.
As you
I'm.
guys-
Can I sidle
Sorry,
up to Aramaya and just say
What?
I'm sidling up to Aramaya, and I'm just gonna say, listen, if we need to get out of here fast, I can get somebody out. I can get myself out, and you've got the Crow Misty Step, and he's a druid. So you say the word, and I'm outie.
Oh, and you guys do have your teleport seats back.
Yeah, and I look at Inara and I'm like, just stay close to me. Don't trust anyone. Just keep your eyes up.
I'm like a warrior now.
Okay.
I've fought a lot.
And I'm quietly trailing their conversation and just like enjoying every moment of this.
Yeah, like you see on my face, like I'm walking, like my shoulders are like almost too far back, and I'm like I'm like looking at Armaya and trying to copy her like posture and her like pose. I'm like, I'm a warrior.
Okay.
You guys pass through parts of the city. It's about a 20-minute walk to get to the center of the commerce where he'd like you to go. You're passing through the housing district where a lot of the population resides. The area makes up about half of the entire kingdom. You can't help but notice the average citizen here lives quite comfortably. As far as you can tell, there are no homeless, there are no beggars. The general population seems to be quite comfortable, relatively happy. And as you walk, you pass an outdoor class of school children that are learning about basic nature magic from a tiefling with red ponytails.
Oh.
Tell me some little sights you see in the city.
Can you call names out, please?
Let's go backwards. So it's going to be Michelle, Garrett, Jason, Bianca.
Great.
Inara is specifically drawn to, like, there's little shops set up all along the alleys that we are walking in, or like the streets that we're walking in, and it's like a more bustling, more diverse form of commerce than I've ever seen. There's a bunch of different shops that all sell different things, including like there's at least like 6 bookstores and parchment sellers and scroll sellers that I've seen.
Yes, they're very popular here. It's a very book-heavy society.
Yeah, and I just like there. It seems like there is a store instead of like there. I've never seen so many stores and for all such specific things. Like people have. It looks like people have a lot of money here, and as money is sort of a new concept for me, I'm like, this is a place that has a lot to spend.
You also find that the money here is the same coin that you use on Pacifica. They barter in gold, they barter in silver, they barter in platinum. It's almost the exact same currency. So although they may have some different looks to it, the money you have is actually good here. Okay, Gary, what else do we see?
So I noticed that every single thing is very, it's all nature. So like, they don't build buildings. They use we're passing by and we're seeing them use spells to like grow the buildings, and that people's clothes are like made of these like elaborate leaf, like enchanted, almost like chainmail that creates all of this like, I don't know, like fashiony medieval, like it just looks like a really beautiful, like colorful nature driven world.
Ooh.
Jason?
There is where we could see a massive castle. It seems to be I mean, I guess this might be stepping on your toes, so let me know if this is too much. But instead of it being treated as such, it seems to now have been converted to almost like a citadel full of like monks and acolytes and people coming and going, and the entire what looks to be the old castle is now maybe perhaps a college or an abbey of sorts.
Absolutely. It used to be the old college is now a school for clerics that worship various deities and practice mostly healing arts and such. And Bianca.
And as we continue to wander, we keep passing like what look like taverns, but there's big posters in the front that it's actually like a theater. And then we cross another street and we see a music venue. And we cross another street and there's a big building that looks like a giant ice cube, but it's not melting or cold, and it's like a museum. So like the arts are like celebrated here, which is cool.
They certainly are. Okay, you guys taking this.
Say that again.
You take in the sights of the city as you walk through it. And you eventually hit the professional part of town, the center of commerce. The buildings here are much more grandiose and put together. In this part of town, a lot of people are dressed in eloquent robes and proper uniforms befitting different forms of service. They are hurriedly wandering from place to place the way busy cities tend to produce. Of course, this doesn't stop many of them from stopping and staring at Cypress as he wanders down the street, the big red scaly thing that he is.
And
as you reach the entrance to an enormous structure that towers over the rest of the city, you encounter another statue. A beautiful middle-aged woman holding a crown in her hands, offering it towards the viewer. Beneath her, a plaque. This is a fair amount of information. I'm going to share it in your journals. This means you're going to get something that you have to get rid of, Michelle. And here we go.
Maybe it won't show.
If you guys want to take turns reading this, it looks like there's 4 paragraphs, so you could do one each.
Oh.
I'll start. Cassandrin, daughter to Queen Meryl. Wait, it is Meryl, right?
It is Meryl. That's I don't know. That's spelled wrong. It's Meryl.
Yeah.
Was one of the few to survive the rebirth of the world after. The world after the Godslayers reformed the universe in their image. Cassandrin returned to Mithridain, the last living royal in a bloodline that had ruled for centuries. The world, having been torn asunder, was a shadow of its former self. A kingdom of hundreds of thousands had become a town of a few hundred, and those who had survived had nothing but hatred in their hearts for the ruling class. Cassandrin tried her best to restore faith in the governing forces, even with the Godslayer Ciri standing by her side, but the people refused to place their trust in those that, in their opinion, had led the world to ruin.
Ooh. I'll do the next one because I don't feel like talking too much.
Yeah.
Cassandrin ultimately decided that the Autumn Kingdom had suffered enough under the pointed finger of the crown, and that no amount of time could erase the atrocities her family had caused. In her final act as queen, Cassandrin dissolved the crown and offered its power to the people.
After Cassandrin's final ruling, Mithrin Dane fell into a brief period of instability. A battle for power emerged as a distant cousin to Queen Meryl emerged, arguing that Cassandrin's abdication, thank you, of her throne meant that it was now his to claim. Sadly, blood was shed over the ordeal, and the failed king took his followers and left, eventually creating what is now known as the Kingdom of Vox Fuse.
Oh.
Although the phrase kingdom is still used as an archaic phrase here in Mithrandain, some consider the phrase to be offensively inappropriate, while others find it a charming nod to the past. Mithrandain is now a communist society with voting and representation laws similar to a democratic republic.
Although Cassandra faced great adversary as the last queen, she was ultimately able to regain the people's trust as a politician. Cassandra never stopped fighting for the betterment of her home and, in time, became one of the most influential names in Mithrandain history. Side by side with Godslayer Cyrilla and her husband Eowyn, the three survivors of the rebirth founded the Council of Light and Shadow, which governs to this very day. After Cassandra died centuries ago, a holiday known as Queen's Rest was created to celebrate her memory, and her soul was forever enshrined in the Psalm of Redemption. Although she never wed and had no children of her own, she was a beloved aunt to Cyrilla and Eowyn's 7 children, many of whom followed in her footsteps.
You guys, they liked to fuck, remember?
All they did was have sex, these two.
Any chance they could get.
Yeah. A battle on the horizon, fucking. A battle, the end of a battle, fucking.
This is so funny.
What did you say, Michelle?
I said battle on the horizon, they fucked. End of a battle, they fucked. Thinking about a battle, they fucked.
Yeah.
Mid-battle.
They fucked.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, so to recap, Cassandra came back after the thing, and she was like, I will help rebuild. And everyone was like, no, we don't trust you. And so then...
At the Summer Kingdom.
So sympathizers to the royal family left to create their own kingdom, which is Vox Fuse, right?
Yes.
And so then Cassandra and Cyrilla created the Light and Shadow governing council.
Yeah.
Right?
Over the Autumn
essentially
Kingdom?
So there was a distant relative to Meryl who, when Cassandra said, I give up the throne, the distant cousin was like, oh, well then I get the throne now. And argued that Cassandra couldn't destroy the throne, she could simply give it up and that it would be rightfully his. This led to a minor conflict because the majority of people sided with Cassandra, and the other people eventually left the city and built another kingdom, which is also on this continent, called Vox.
So, okay.
They still believe themselves to be the rightful heirs to the throne.
The people in Vox Fuse. Or the king of Vox Fuse, I should say.
Yes, the king of Vox Fuse.
And okay, so I want to turn to our guide who's guiding us, and I want to so what is the governing body here? Who makes the decisions, and where are they?
Well, society is very communal here. We work together. Those decisions that must be made for the people are made usually by the Council of Light and Shadow. The council are made up of several influential figures, leaders of various parts of our community, and they are here to govern and make sure there's order. Of course, the Council of Light governs such things as local legal laws, the food and farming and agriculture, while the culture of the Council of Shadows, they deal with ambassadors, they deal with the Thieves Guild, they make sure that they run the more violent aspects of our society, although they do so with civility in most circumstances.
So they act separately, they don't act together?
They do act together, although they act independently of one another. Most decisions that affect the entire kingdom together in single sessions.
Got it. And so where are you taking? Who are we going to see in that regard?
All of them. Please follow me.
Wow.
So you are stepping into the main legal area of this entire kingdom. As soon as you step inside the building, you see another set of statues. Eowyn, Cyrilla, Cassandrin, and Randall the Bard stand over a ceremonial altar.
Oh.
Ciri has tears streaming down her face, but she has an optimistic and peaceful look in her eye as she looks down at the body of her brother, finally sleeping peacefully adorned in his holy armor. This is one of the most famous sculptures in the Autumn Kingdom. It's said that the look of pain and pride captured on Ciri's face is an emotion too pure to put into words.
Oh, Bianca's like, oh.
her brother?
Above, a plaque reads,
She's
"The
back?
funeral
Oh,
of the one
sure.
true prince."
Oh.
That's so sweet.
Passing by, you enter into an enormous room made of glowing lights. Made of glowing lights? Okay. Enough seating to fit several thousand bodies stretched throughout the holy chamber, where at the head, 13 seats are established in a semicircle. On the right, 6 chairs of pure white marble. On the left, 6 chairs of pure black marble. In the center, 1 chair of mixed pattern, light and dark. All of the chairs are occupied.
Wait, say
Except
that last part again.
So there's 13 chairs. There's 6 light, 6 dark, and 1 in the center. That's both colors.
That's the
And everyone, the 12 light and dark chairs are all filled, and the one in the center is not.
Got it.
Mm.
About half the council.
I want to turn to our guide. The chair in the center, the spotlight in the center that's half and half. Is that for somebody, or is that just ceremonial?
Oh, there is someone who holds the station. Unfortunately, she is not in the kingdom at this particular moment. We will be conducting our affairs without her. About half the council is Eladrin. The other half are a mishmash of races. There is already a dialogue happening between a man in one of the black chairs and a woman in one of the white chairs. A man. It is, with respect, Madam Pickley, that I contend this is a matter for the Council of Shadow. Madam Pickley responds, "I don't see how that can be true when the broken laws are well within our jurisdiction. The man committed murder, he must be put to justice." The man in black continues, "The man did commit murder, but my informants have uncovered that the victim was from Nox Fuse." The council breathes in and mutters whispers at this revelation. The woman in white seems to be frustrated upon hearing it. The man in black continues, "Therefore, this is an ambassador incident, which means it falls within the purview of the Council of Shadow." The woman sighs and nods. "Very well, Thomas. Very well. The matter is yours to handle as you see fit." It is around this time that your group begins to steal some of the focus. One at a time, the council members are raising their head and staring at the dragonborn that is walking towards them. The guard introduces you. "Honored council, we have guests. These visitors claim that they are from beyond the mist."
I volunteer. I say, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of this fair kingdom, we would first and foremost like to say we come in peace. We are but humble explorers from a distant continent who have very recently been granted passage to your lands, and are simply here on as missionaries to understand your culture, your ways, and your fair city.
The council is absolutely silent as they look at you. The faces on these council members tell you immediately that something like this has never happened before. A half-orc on the Council of Shadows flashes her eyes and they turn purple. You feel like this woman is staring directly through you. She turns to the others. They are who they appear to be. An elven woman on the Council of Light flashes her eyes, and they go white. And they are telling the truth. At least they believe they are telling the truth.
Oh, cool.
The woman standing before Madam Pickley, you've heard, speaks again. "Forgive our silence. This is the first time in 1,000 years we've heard these claims. Thomas, the man in dark, also chimes in. My diviners have been warning about this for years now. Madame Pickley fights to roll her eyes. Yes, well, they've been saying that for 50 years now. If memory serves, they were bound to get it right eventually. Thomas responds, divination is not a science, Madame Pickley, and I believe they have just been proven correct. The other council members are breaking into separate conversation, and the general sound in the room is rising. Enough! Enough, Madame Pickley calls out. This clearly requires sensitive assessment. The woman stands and an oaken staff appears in her hands. The ambassador's quarters will be made available to you immediately. You will be treated as honored guests as long as you will be staying in our lands, which will be...
Oh,
no! No!
Which will be what? Which will be ...
Hand signal.
For how long?
Wait.
How long are you staying here?
We're, as you know, we can leave now if you want, or we would like to stay for a couple days just to...
You have such a beautiful city.
Yeah.
We wanted to explore it and experience your people, but if we're not welcome, we don't want to cause any trouble.
We certainly don't want to get in the middle of any local disputes. So if our presence is any intrusion, then we sincerely apologize.
Yeah, we can leave. It's no big deal.
Do you not understand the situation before us? We're not here to intimidate you. We're not trying to threaten you. However, something has occurred that has never occurred in any of our lifetimes.
Sure.
This is a dire matter. We should like to understand more of what's going on, and if you have come from elsewhere in the world, we should like to know what else is in the world.
Sure. We're happy to...
However, I do believe that the Council of Shadows will wish to discuss amongst themselves, as will we. Perhaps we can discuss this more tomorrow.
Sure.
That sounds good.
Free to wander this town, it is yours. You will find the people here are quite welcoming. They may be surprised to see your dragonborn friend. There are none on our continent. Please enjoy the fair sight. You can see the Bardic College. It's known all across the continent. You can see the best talent performing nightly at the Black Ruby. The Infinite Library but it stores all of our history and the knowledge of our people. Some have spent better parts of their lives attempting to read everything within the library, only such a fraction of its knowledge. The merry grounds allow gambling and games of chance, while the tournament halls would offer a more prestigious challenge. Of course, our shops and our commerce district are filled with goods that you have probably never seen before. And there's a wonderful production of The Ghost of the Rogue Prince playing across town. I highly recommend it.
Okay, so so that we have that right, there's a Bard College, there's a library, there's a theater. What was the other thing?
There's an entertainment hall called the Black Ruby. There's an area called the Merry Grounds where you can go and gamble. There's the tournament hall where you can go and fight.
Do we get money if we fight or something?
You do. If you win.
Okay,
I immediately look at Armaya.
Actually, well,
Like,
thank you so much for telling.
eyebrow
I
raise.
look to the council. I look to the council and I say thank you so much for your warm welcome. We're excited to explore your city. And then can we walk outside and talk about where we want to go?
As you're turning, one more man stands up. A man dressed in white. And he says, "Sir, a word." Tristan, he's talking to you.
Oh, sure.
I thought he was talking to me for a second, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
And when he says "sir" a word, I immediately look at Armaya first, and then I'm like, "Oh, me? Oh, sure, great."
He looks at the others, and then he stands and leaves the council and comes to talk to you privately. Might I ask where you found that axe?
Well, as you've heard, we are adventurers, travelers from faraway lands, and on our latest journey, this was given to me in a temple for a oh my god, how can I say it? For a god that my people worship.
Azrael?
Aye, they're the one and the same.
The man takes your wrist and flips it, and you see that he has a number. His number is red.
What's mine? It's like blue, right?
It's blue. The number 2 is on his arm. Another. How can this be? Do you worship Azrael?
Can you hear me? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I think my internet just died. What did you say?
No, I
Greg?
hear you. I said, do you worship
Okay.
Azrael?
And I get like really sullen and I say, it's complicated, but I did.
You'll have to forgive my confusion, but how did you get that number on your wrist?
Where I come from, the order that I joined, we are all given a number upon our initiation of where we are in the rank of my fellow knights. And does it work the same as my fellow knights are either killed in battle or retire, which doesn't happen all that often, but as they pass on or retire, then the numbers shift and change. And lately, mine has been changing quite a bit.
What order do you come from?
The Knights of Lagreen on the continent of Perion.
This is very odd.
Sorry, no, on the continent of Pacifica, the country of, the land of Pacifica.
This is just... Well, here we are, the Knights of Shadowlands, and we have the same markings you describe, although I don't believe they're connected to yours. And we worshipped the goddess Azrael, the fallen angel of death. Would you come to the Shadowlands halls? I have many questions I'd like to ask you.
Hold on one second. I would like to just do a perception check on this person to see if I trust them.
Insight.
Oh, insight. Oh, good. Okay.
Oh, good.
We're dealing with a 22 insight.
I and this man, you get no negative impressions from him. He seems like a Knight of the Green, except they have a different name here. And they seem to be a different sect, with a different color number on their arm. But this would all be extremely shocking to you.
Oh yeah. I would very much like to learn about this. So I turn back to my group and I specifically Aramaya, and I say, can you please not do the tournament without me? I've got to go talk to this man about my order, but I really want to bash things with you.
I hate to tell you, but that's not where I wanted to go.
Oh, great! And without asking where you want to go, great, all right, let's go. And I gotta leave.
All right, you guys see Tristan walk off with another knight, the Knights of Shadowlands, they're called on this continent. And as they walk away, what are the rest of you wanting to do today?
Okay, so Inara has been freaking out. She heard that there was an unending library of knowledge. And then also somebody mentioned diviners. And so Inara's going to go up to the person who was talking about that and just immediately make sort of like a formal hand gesture and be like, hello, as a junior apprentice of divination and a possible... representative of the Council of Tendamar are in probationary terms, and then I hold out my amulet. I would love to be granted access to the library if possible, and in return offer you the hospitality of Taldemar should you ever find yourself in that quadrant of the astral plane. Please.
Did you say you come from the astral plane?
Yes, but I heard you had a library.
Oh my god, that's the best monologue we've had all season.
The library is yours to discover. It is open to the public.
Every part?
Well, not every part. There are some very, very historic tombs that are kept off limits. If you'd wish to see those, I'd have to pull a few strings. Perhaps if you stay for a little longer, I couldn't simply take you on day one.
Surely, sure. I understand. There's a hierarchy. Not a problem. Not a problem.
Not a problem at all.
And do you also have a diviners' council or sect or university or perhaps school or place of tutelage or perhaps some sort of not that I as I said, I'm a junior apprentice of divination, and as such I have received a multitude of many years of training, and I feel quite comfortable in my role. I've been looking for some guidance.
Well, if you'd like to meet some of my elder diviners, I'd be happy to set up an introduction.
Oh, that would be incredible.
They'd be very interested in meeting someone with potential such as yourself.
I go bright red, like a cranberry.
What is Cypress up to?
What are the other things we can do again?
So, okay, you can check out the theater. You can check out the
Oh no.
out
Oh no.
the entertainment halls called the Black Ruby, where there's always a performance. You can check out the merry-go-rounds and go gamble. You can go fight at the tournament, or you can go check out the Infinite Library.
I mean,
or any of the other lovely things in the city.
I want to fight, but I don't want to. I'd feel bad not doing because Tristan wants to go, so I go to the entertainment hall because
Okay.
I
And
want to drink.
Maya, what do you?
So
you want to drink?
what?
I'm gonna get drunk at the entertainment hall and watch some
Oh.
shows.
I want to go to the library. I want to read as much as I can about the history of this place. I want to know like Cyrilla's history. I want to know how she was able to
Okay.
rule and all that stuff.
Do you tell me that you want to go to the library?
Yeah, I was going to, but you were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt.
So as soon as you tell me, I just go like,
I can't see you, but
Oh.
you sound excited?
I'm so excited.
What?
I'm so excited.
Great.
All right, everyone is heading in different directions.
Wait,
around
where's
the city.
Tristan going? Tristan's going with that guy?
Tristan's going to talk to the Shadowlands.
Okay.
Yeah.
And learn about these knights that kind of emulate his own. And on that note, we're gonna take our break.
Okay.
Hey,
Be right back.
Break.
Goodbye.
Break.
Welcome, young hero.
Oh my god, I
It's
have to
dangerous
take
to
that
go
before.
alone.
Yeah.
Take
we on
this.
break?
Yes.
Is that the sword of
Right,
legend?
I'm gonna go
Oh wait. Oh god, our mics are on.
Take it.
Awesome.
That'll be 10,000 gold pieces.
What? Where am I to get that kind of money? And fast? Trying to buy that sword of legend, but you're just a few coins shy? Hi, I'm Kathy, of Kathy's Side Quests. Come check out my side quests and make coins fast. You'll find side quests like...
Help old man with turnips.
Wow, that took hours, and we had to keep starting over. Here's 5 gold pieces for your trouble. Or what about this lucrative side quest?
Follow cat at nighttime.
I just knew that cat was getting into my jam. What a worthwhile use of your time.
Here's 12 gold pieces. And who could forget this classic Kathy side quest?
Defeat goblins from the swamps of sacrilege so Uncle can take fabric to the next town.
Thank you for defeating those sacrilegious goblins. I'm a very pious fabric feller, and those goblins were very disrespectful. Yes, with Kathy's side quests, you too can experience the tedious joy of hard-earned gold. The chickens... I need to get you in the pen! The time is gonna run out. God damn it! I'm sure you'll figure it out, clever hero. Kathy's side quests, located in every village and township east of the Autumn Kingdom.
Imagine a D&D game with the perfect soundtrack. A game where the music carries you away. NatOne is proud to present Mostly Moods, the perfect moods for your Dungeons & Dragons game. Grab a drink with the Dwarf King in the halls of Hamblin. Or battle some entry-level guards to the sounds of generic fight song. Relax to the gentle atmosphere of two background townsfolk bickering.
Back! Shut the gate! Back! Right over the top! They're everywhere!
No Spotify playlist gives you the feeling of Mostly Moods, because that's real music and we can't afford it. To order Mostly Moods, subscribe to our channel and send a check or money order to Nat1 D&D. We can't sell you a CD, but we can tell you where to get each track. Because all of our music is legally downloaded, YouTube. We pay for Motion Array, and I spend hours finding the right track for our game, so stop flagging our commercials and battle songs. I'm getting sick and tired of contesting every single episode with you people. Mostly Moods. Order now and get lost.
Do you have a DM who's targeting your character with negative attention?
Have you or someone you know been involved in a verbal dispute with a DM involving micromanagement of extraneous rules?
Hi, I'm Carla Finkelstein.
And I'm McLean Baba Dooley.
And we're here to help. Okay, so I told some friends that our last game had been really stagnant. The DM hears about it, and then this week, he melts my wand of grace. I drew a picture of that wand.
Has a DM ever approached you with an NPC that made you feel sexually pressured or uncomfortable?
Has a DM ever ignored the details of your character arc because it strayed too far from the module?
Does your DM track encumbrance in any way?
I'm Carla Finkelstein.
And I'm McLean Baba Dooley.
And we're here to help.
So I say, right, I don't know the answer to the riddle, but my character does. You're metagaming and it's bullshit. Next game, I spent 3 hours held captive by the Turkey Queen.
Does your DM only give inspiration to a player you deem to be prettier than yourself?
Does your DM use counterspell in every battle since you've acquired 6th level magic?
Has your character ever proposed to a queen only to be flat out rejected by your DM?
Has your DM ever gotten drunk and allowed the party to twist the plot in terrible directions only to later sober up and retcon the story back to its former glory by claiming the characters were all just dreaming?
I'm Carla Finkelstein.
And I'm McLean Baba Dooley.
And we're here to help. I'm new to this game and I don't get it yet, but I'm just gonna say it. Oh, pups! We're putting the power back where it belongs. In the hands of the player.
With money.
Call now!
Hot day. Winter Kingdom Ice. Yeah. Now that's cold.
Hey there, everyone! It's your favorite witch, Windletoad, and boy, have I got a ghastly sale for you today! Why, it's a genuine demon's thimble! Tired of poking your fingers with needles? Use a demon's thimble! But you gotta act fast, because I've only got one! Telefans are open!
Demon's Thimble does not prevent fingers from getting poked.
No collars yet, so if you hurry now, you might just make it!
Demon's Thimble is a cursed object responsible for countless deaths and the fall of at least one civilization, though many do speculate they had it coming.
I hate to part with it, but that's Windletoad, always searching for your next discount.
Windletoad can only be rid of the curse by giving the Demon's Thimble to a willing participant.
Ooh, the Telefans are really going crazy now, but I'm Not gonna answer them because I want you to have it. Yes, that's right, you, but you've got to hurry.
Demon Stipple is ordered in space and time. Demon Stipple is not a thimble.
Know any demons? Ooh, they'll be so jealous.
Demons are drawn to and enraged by the Demon
A
Stipple.
gift for a special someone.
Oh, absolutely do not have sex while wearing the Demon Stipple.
Or maybe you're a little like me and you just have an eye for detail.
Windletoad does not have an eye for detail, as both eyes were taken by the Demon Stipple.
So what are you waiting for? Come on down to Windletoad's House of Witchcraft.
Free lemons!
My pitch for any sitch, Windletoad the Witch.
1 out of 9 people will die after hearing this commercial.
Good evening, Seekers of the Night. Madame Lustra has foreseen your arrival. As the Feywild's only blind tarot card reader for the blind, I've honed my powers to perfection.
Okay, stop.
Ah, yes, you have chosen another god. How did you know? My mystical powers find me at an early age when I spit on a lizard god. I don't know his god. He just looked like lizard. Stop. Ah, yes, the card is 4 of Pentacles. Really? Oh, yeah. But Madame Lustra, I need reading too. I can still see. Come in now for limited time offer to those who still suffer from sight.
Stop.
Ah, yes. You have drawn the fool.
It's the 7 of Wands.
I said you have not drawn the fool. You must learn to listen. So come to Madame Lustra, the Feywild's only blind tarot card reader for the blind. I'm somewhere between a fat horse and a windmill, or so I'm told. Remember, whatever you can't see coming, I can't see it at least twice as much. And that's my guarantee.
Can confirm that.
We're back!
Yay!
What if yay, we're back. What if it's like Bianca, it's like Dex saves everyone, Bianca's like, I got an 11. I'm like, ooh, you fail, and Jason's like, I got a 7, and I'm like, no problem.
You actually pass completely.
God damn it!
You
Jason
sail
has always
right
been
through it.
Greg's favorite.
Bianca, having put off the trap and taking all the damage, leaves it perfectly fine for Jason to walk past. Okay, so
you guys, by the way, thank you for all of your comments on the artwork. That was something Michelle and I have been working on side by side while I've been in tech for the show, and this was our little debut of the artwork.
And it's
great.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
So cool.
it's very fun.
Oh wait, shouldn't do the millennial heart. It's hard to do this one.
Okay, so
It's
what
hard
happens
when
now,
my
DM?
fingers numb.
It's just hard to turn off.
Okay, so you guys are split apart into various areas.
Get out of chat, Greg.
I'm not in the chat. Don't look at the chat because then you'll know that I'm not there.
Oh no, he's frozen.
We've lost
the
him.
library.
Nope.
Let's go to the
Library.
Oh, look at the baby.
Okay.
There you are, Greg.
Let's go to the library.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Aramaya and Inara, you enter the Eternal Library? Endless? No. But I just have it up here. You enter the Infinite Library. And much like its name, it is absolutely enormous. Several stories, just rooms that reach out into new rooms, that reach out into new rooms, that reach out into new rooms. All sorts of resources, abaci and mathematical areas. There are scientists or magic scientists that work here. There are spell crafters and students and teachers all around this area. It's a very active part of the city. Inara, you rarely see such a reverence for literature as you do in this area.
Inara is geeking. I'm hyperventilating. I'm walking around and I'm just being like.
I calmly walk through and I go up to like the information desk, and I ask to be pointed to like the history section.
They point you up to the 3rd floor, and they actually say, well, here, if you actually step on the purple shell, it'll take you right there. There are these kind of like large shells that would fit a person on them, and you can see some people step on it, just floats away.
Amazing. Okay, so before I go, I turn back to Inara and I say, listen, be careful. Again, check your surroundings. We're still new here.
I'm totally like
Meet
a
back
warrior.
here at whatever time is a good time to
Yeah,
come
and
up with.
if you get trapped in like okay, actually I don't want to upset you, but this is kind of my forte. So I just want to let you know. A, if you feel particularly drawn to a book, don't use your hands to pick it up. Use Mage Hand, open it, go to the third page, flip back to the back page, flip back to the front page. That's how you'll find out if it's enchanted. Second thing.
As she's saying this, I'm like slowly putting a hand on her shoulder, and I'm
Second thing, if you go down a staircase because you feel like the call of knowledge is calling to you and you want to follow the call, you're going to have to plug your ears with beeswax. I keep extra on me. You're going to walk backwards up the stairs, find the nearest source of light, look at it for at least 30 seconds, the call will stop.
And I'm like, Inara, we have ginormous libraries in Kauta. I've been in libraries throughout the multiverse.
Okay.
I think I'll be okay.
Okay, well, if you're sure.
Inara, what information do you want to go look for?
Inara is interested in... I go up to the information counter. And
okay.
I ask whoever is working there... I say, hi, yes, first I would love, this is a beautiful space and I'm sure it's curated amazingly and I see no dust, which is incredible. First things first.
Thank you for noticing.
Yeah, of course. You must have so many apprentices. First things first.
We have so many. It's an entire, we have apprentices with apprentices.
Well, of course. I myself am a junior apprentice of divination, so I understand.
Divination?
Yeah.
So exciting. What's
So-
going to happen next?
We know it doesn't work like that. Okay, so first thing, I would love to take just a basic tour. If you have one of those maps that I could use, I would love to look at the history section. I would love history of the world, history of the Portals of Brae. I would love history of the meta magic of the world. I would love history of transportation magic. I would love history of the mist. I would love history of the creatures that live in the mist. Moving on from that, I would like philosophy of the mist, philosophy of portal magic. I would like to learn everything that there is to learn about this continent, how it connects to the other continents. I just keep going.
And this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, this is for that. You're going to want that for the history.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
For the dark arts, you're going to need to drink
yep.
this before you go into the dark arts.
Yep, not a problem, not a problem.
Okay. Or you'll explode. You'll explode if you don't drink it. And let me give you a couple little helpful, and she just starts like stacking books on you, and she's like, this is going to help you navigate the upstairs, and this book is to help you navigate the downstairs.
Okay, and do you guys have a protective
This
charm
book-
or an amulet or a finder of some kind?
Oh, yes, of course. Would you like to pick your color?
Yes, blue!
Oh, blue is my favorite. And but the blue one, just so you know, it doesn't work in the haunted section. So
Okay, not a problem. I'll keep that candle lit. Yeah, not a problem.
Great idea. Great idea. Ghost hate candles.
Um,
Okay, is that all I can help you with?
For now, thanks. And I have like my mage hand split into two, carrying 2 stacks of books behind me. Plus, I am carrying an entire stack of books, and I just walk over to like a huge table that I see, and I lay everything out.
She as you're walking away, she's like, I've never seen a mage hand do that. Wow. Right to the history section. You are looking around. You do find several books that talk about the God Slayers and what happened in the years after the Great Fracture, which is what some of them refer to at the end of the Feywild. About 1,000 years ago, I'm just going to summarize what you find, okay, Siri? Okay, why is this happening today? It's because we're in the Autumn Kingdom. Okay, Armaya, you're muted, by the way. 1,000 years ago, after the rebirth of the Feywild, the world had been shattered, but the Godslayers wished the world back. Feywild.
Oh god.
Siri,
Start over.
okay, you know what? If it's getting, I'm gonna send it to you then.
Okay. Why don't you send it to me and I'll read it? Send it to me and I'll read
Okay,
it.
I'm sending it to you. I need to do. Okay, so the way I can do it just to you, Siri. What is happening? Okay, in player's
Just text
journal.
it to me.
Yeah.
Text it to me.
Or just send it on.
Okay,
send it
I
on
did.
Roll20.
So Aramaya, you just go look at your journal, and you'll see that history-Godslayers should be there now.
Okay, got it. So I'm reading this in a book, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
so
you're summarizing a book.
Okay. So 1,000 years ago, the world was shattered. But when the Godslayers defeated the Queen of Darkness, they wished the world back. A new Feywild was born. Cyrilla returned to the Autumn Kingdom along with Cassandra, Randall, and Eowyn. Zizix returned to Oh, I forgot Randall survived. I forgot we brought him back. Zizix returned to Winter along with his trusted advisors and friends. Setna's son, Heku, returned to Summer along with Zelena the Holy to rebuild. For over a decade, the legendary friends would visit one another and communicate openly. But then came the mist. As soon as the mist arrived, all communication between the kingdoms was severed permanently. For centuries, Cyrilla led the charge to reconnect the world, to find a way to dispel or travel through the mist. But in the end, all efforts failed. Cyrilla and Zizix were separated, never to speak or see one another again.
Aww.
Randall and Zelena the Holy were also separated. After more than a decade of mourning, Randall went on to fall in love with Rindrazel, Cyrilla and Eowyn's firstborn child? They named their firstborn child after Rindrazel?
She died, so it was a good way to honor her.
Oh, that's so sweet. Together, they had an idyllic life. Randall established the Randall School of Music, which now stands as the most prestigious musical college in the land, and began his work on the Eternal Psalms, the first of which was written for his dear companion, Godslayer Lachlan. I miss our character. That is so sweet. Named after Rindrazel.
Rindrazel was a white dragon that befriended the party and became a significant teacher figure to Ciri.
Basically, think of like if Elaine Stritch was a dragon.
Yeah. Remember in the...
Uh-oh.
Nobody remembers.
Gotta repeat that one, Greg.
No one remembers. No one remembers.
Oh, he's having a good time though.
He loves.
Oh, he's having fun. We'll just let him.
He still doesn't know.
That's what you can find out in, several hours of digging and researching Armana.
I also just want to say, because I'm assuming you didn't write anything for it, but I think I also looked up the war. I mean, I'm sure I have been taught about the war, but reading it from basically the horse's mouth, being here and reading it in person from their books, I'm sure there are certain details that maybe didn't make it all the way.
I'd say that the recounts on this continent are probably the most accurate because Ciri survived to tell the tale herself.
Yeah. So I think I kind of and I'm interested in Cyrilla's history and how she, because to Adamaya that. What an idyllic future that she could maybe bring to Kauta or some other villages or something, or her own if she ever finds her own. So I think she's really interested in Cyrilla's, and it's a way that Cyrilla was able to bring back this kingdom and turn it into what it is today. So I think maybe she finds some other books biographies about Ciri and stuff like that she reads about.
Yeah, you can learn I'm sure Ciri has an autobiography of sorts that you could go and read about. That obviously, Bianca knows all that information already, so we can just say that
we can
now.
Say Adamaya now has kind of more information on that.
She was just particularly interested in Ciri. She felt like a connection there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of, and I'm not just saying that because it's Bianca, but I just feel like her trajectory for the character would be interested in that, to bring peace to a war-torn kingdom, So anyway.
Meanwhile, Inara.
Yeah. Mine's a
you're
doozy.
in the area with divination and some of the other books on magical theory.
Yeah.
Another woman comes up to you. The woman is green-skinned and wearing a black witch's hat, and she has a huge wart. And she goes, "Excuse me, are you a divining maid?"
Well, I'm a junior apprentice, unlicensed to work outside of my institution. How are you?
I'm fine. Don't suppose you've seen any witches around here?
I believe that term is outdated, and we use magic users, sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards now.
Yes, and then the like green-skinned woman in a witch's hat like eat nail.
Is there something I can help you with?
Well, you just kind of look a little witchy to me. Are you a witch?
Which witch? Am I right?
I'm from Vox Fuse.
Ah.
You can tell from my beautiful skin.
What I what? Sorry?
You could tell from my beautiful flesh?
Yes, I'm
No?
extremely familiar as a resident of this nation about that. Does everybody from Vox Fuse have green skin?
Green skin? What, like a witch? No. People in Vox Fuse hate witches.
Oh.
And then she like curses a little thing at you and some like shocks come out of her.
Yeah, is there something I can help you with?
Well, I just thought that you looked kind of witchy.
If I
Am I
were
wrong?
to have the abilities of a witch, wizard, sorcerer, or warlock, certainly I have some of those things. I don't want to speak too highly of myself. I'm not sure what regional terms you use here, so maybe.
You suddenly notice, Inara, that there are some birds floating around you with little camera heads pointed at you.
Ah.
So, a real witch here?
Where?
Mithrandane.
Where?
We suspected that witches were running amok in this city. I've been long reporting on the problem with witches in Mithrandane, and I think the people of Vox will be very interested in seeing this. Tell me, where did you learn the dark arts, and when did you become seduced by the evil incarnate?
Okay, so
Some people are starting to take note. This is causing a bit of a commotion as these birds start to like more and more of them start to.
Yeah,
pepper in.
I
There's
would
now
like
about
to-
half a dozen floating around you.
I would like to
getting-
cast the Gift of Gab, which is a reaction that I take when I speak to another creature. When I cast this spell, I skillfully reshape the memories of all the listeners in my immediate area so that each creature of my choice within 5 feet of you forgets everything you said within the last 6 seconds. Those creatures then remember what you actually said, that you actually said the words that you speak as the verbal component of the spell.
Okay, so you can basically jarble people's memory.
Yeah, I just put it in critical, or put it in roll 20.
That is hilarious.
I
reaction.
honestly, when I leveled up, I picked Gift of Gab because
Michelle.
What?
Blakey redeemed accents, and he said you have to speak in transatlantic.
Well, you see,
So you
I
better
never
put a
said I was a
timer on her,
witch.
unless you want to speak like that for the rest of the game.
What?
You should put a timer on.
Okay. All right. So I believe that I can. It's 3 minutes, right? Is it 3 minutes? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think.
I don't remember how long you said it for.
I think it is 3 minutes.
Great.
So I will turn it on now. Okay, so I cast Gift of Gab. Oh yeah, party mode is for everybody. So if he did party mode, it is the entire party has a theme.
Okay.
2 minutes.
I can't speak in a
We're all
transatlantic
speaking in the mid-Atlantic.
Yeah.
Well, we're all going to speak in
In a mid-Atlantic accent.
Exciting.
Okay, so did you set the timer already?
Mid-Atlantic.
2 minutes. Ready to
Okay,
go.
Great.
All
Okay.
right. So the very witchy type woman.
Well, you see, I didn't actually say I was a witch. What I said instead was I'd never even seen a witch, and I'd never even heard of one till now. But I'd love to just keep reading
Well,
my
I
books.
can hear it in your accent. Of course, you've never seen a witch, not someone with a proper accent like yours.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm here to just, I don't know why I'm going Southern Belle. You're muted,
muted, Jay.
Why are you both going southern?
Why are you both a Georgia peach?
He's messing me up. Can somebody do a transatlantic?
I'm just matching Michelle.
No, I'm matching Greg.
Like I say, there we are, transatlantic. It's like,
Yeah.
Transatlantic?
No, Greg, you stop. I need somebody else to do it so I can copy it.
Fake accent that people used to speak with in Hollywood, isn't it?
I don't think that's it. Jason, can you do it?
Transatlantic accent, you get guys.
Well, the transatlantic accent, I'll tell you, is a little like this.
Yeah.
Or think of like Katharine
Yes, you've
Hepburn.
got a lilt and you talk like this. Well, I was a singer and a dancer and a writer. And I'll tell you, give you the 1-2 punch, so you got a frothy glass of sarsaparilla and you got more static than the radio.
I've never
There
said
you
a
go.
day in my life that I know a single. I'm going southern.
You're dedicated to it.
Yeah. But I know any type of magic. I can't not do it.
Well, I
It's
say,
just
I
that-
really appreciate this magic spell you gave to us, but I don't know if I can see myself actually casting it, you see.
Okay.
All right.
So,
since we're all trapped in this accent for a little while longer, I think that what happens is I'll just narrate what happened. All right. Believes your gift of gab. You pull one over on her, and she.
it's done.
eventually
It's done.
Says.
It's done. That was 2 minutes somehow.
Okay, great. She says. Well, I suppose you're not a witch then. Very well. Next, and she just storms off into another aisle somewhere. She's definitely skulking through the arcane aisles and looking for magical types to kind of catch on camera.
I cannot believe that I looked at that spell for the first time today and was like, "That's cool."
Gotta love the handwritten description of this spell. Jim Dark Magic is said to have invented this spell, originally calling it. I said what? Okay, so this is a homebrew spell if I've ever seen.
No, this is. I think this is either from Tasha's or from Xanathar's. I think.
It's just basically a total gaslight spell.
Yeah, it's the gift. It's the gift of gaslight.
Yeah, it's so you can just be like, I didn't say that, you said that.
Yeah.
It's the level. It's an enchantment, and then the problem with it is that there is no saving throw. There is no nothing. It's just it just happens, and no matter what, everyone believes you.
I'm trying to
seems
see.
problematic.
I mean, we can get rid of it. I'm
gonna just attach it to a charisma saving throw with your DC, which is.
It's from Acquisitions Incorporated, which is from Wizards of the Coast, but you of course can choose to not.
No, I think I just want to work for now. And she leaves you alone.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
wait.
Elsewhere. Oh, go ahead.
Can I say I have a little list of the things that I'm looking up at the library just because I don't want to.
Yes.
Not learn about them. So it's just a small Inara style list. The history of the portals and the theories on its origins, the studies and theories of all of its activations and appearances, the divination magic known on the continent, the last known contact with outsiders before the mist, experiments on the mist, communication experiments through the mist, runic knowledge of the writing on the portals, the portal makers of this continent and the users of portal magic in history as known to the library, the most powerful magic users known through the Feywild as recorded in the library, the development of the flora and the fauna near the portals and if they've been manipulated at all, the sightings of Jurakan in the history of the books in the library and the key points that Jurakan has had in the history of the Feywild, the theories of Jurakan's war magic's thoughts and goals.
Stop making this list longer. Don't correct her.
Deities that have made themselves known to the Feywild, as well as weaknesses and strengths of those deities, and how big or small their relationships are to the people on the continent. The appearance of similar deities in the Feywild, as known to this library. How divination started in the Feywild, who controls the most of it now, and who's the most powerful divination people in the Feywild, and prophecies in the Feywild as they pertain to the Feywild, portals, and the Portals of Brae.
Sorry, Michelle, I missed a few of those. Can you start at the very beginning?
Yeah, I have it written down.
So let me First of all, you find out there is no information at all anywhere about portals.
None portals?
They have not discovered them in this continent.
Does it look like a suspicious gap of information? Or does it look like the idea of a portal? But that doesn't even make sense because there's portal spells and Dimension Door.
No, total portal magic exists, but there's no portals of Brae that have been discovered here. So there's nothing there's no and typical portal magic. Sure, you can find all sorts of teleportation stuff, but there's nothing in record of any portal of Brae ever being discovered.
Nothing.
Now, you guys, this kind of tracks. You guys, you seem to be the first people to have ever arrived here. You came through a 4-day-long underground journey that was permanently sealed, and only you could open it from a different direction. No one from the Autumn Kingdom ever could have gotten to that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, they don't even know. This is an entire continent that doesn't even know about the Portals of Brae.
That is very interesting, and you do discover that.
That is what's becoming clear to me, which is shocking because every other continent knows about them, and they've known about them for so long. So there's a discrepancy there that I could study.
Know what the portals are.
So, okay, so as I move from continent to continent, if I make note of the first appearance of the portals that are written, I can try to find out. Okay.
So I think it's worth noting that you...
I'm a little bit like an
You what?
I'm a little bit like an
This is what happened. It's worth noting that you...
I just talk and then you guys laugh randomly and I go, I didn't say something funny. So I was saying it's worth noting that you would note that there was something even more bizarre about the portals in this continent, which is they are sealed away only to be opened from the outside.
Okay.
And that's the first time you've encountered that. You also heard this place referred to by the god of cave you guys were in for 4 days as a sacred continent, which seemed to separate it from the other continents.
Doesn't this also raise a problem for us now? Because if the portal we got to get in here is sealed through that dungeon, then...
We have our Tuliports.
Oh, we have Tuliports. Okay, then we're good.
You have a one-way back, but you could not, for example, open this world to the rest of the world, because you're right. You can't just send people through the other portal. It's this dungeon buried in death, you know?
Yeah. What if we just brought a lot of Tuliports back here?
Okay, so that's the first two things on my list. Go on.
I mean, that you asked a lot of portal questions. So the rest of it,
I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
No incident of Jurakan in the Autumn Kingdom.
Okay.
Jurakan.
No Jurakan. No references to him anywhere in this world.
Okay.
But you do see a lot of the other stuff. There's plenty of stuff on divination. History of the people who lived here. You find some very interesting histories of exciting divination wizards that went on to do spells that your people think are too dangerous to even.
Oh, interesting. So they've gone even farther than we have gone somehow in the Autumn Kingdom?
One famous diviner in the Autumn Kingdom once supposedly looked so far into the future that it wiped their mind.
Okay,
interesting. Some believe that they saw so far in the future that life had stopped and ceased to exist, and they never returned from that state.
Okay. So in future, can I say that, because I also want to research the mist and experiments done on the mist and etc. So, in future, if we come across mist-based stuff, can I just, have that knowledge there?
Yes, you now know what they did. Try a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I want
to Siri led centuries of attempts to get through the mist, and they all failed.
And I read about and I study that.
Read about it all.
Yeah, and then also okay, fine. No, you're right. It's fine.
I am right. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the Autumn Kingdom, a red dragonborn is wandering through the streets heading towards the entertainment district, and a lot of people are staring and pointing. This is... I can't stop doing it. Cypress.
Can Burr be with me?
Are you...
Maybe. Maybe not.
Uh-oh. Are you what?
You're back.
Greg,
you're back.
We see you.
Me?
Yeah. You said Cypress. Are you...
I said Cypress. You are heading towards the entertainment district of town, and lots of people are pointing at you and staring. Are you heading, and I said, are you heading towards the Black Ruby, or are you going towards, like, the gambling halls?
I'll go...
You go get a drink and see some entertainment, right?
You know what? I'll go get a drink and gamble, because I haven't done that in this game, and that we have earned a bunch of money, and why not?
Okay, Ziz, let's gamble. How much of your money do you want to gamble?
I'll use... how much gold do we have, gang?
You have a couple thousand gold at this point.
I'll take like 100 gold and just see what happens.
Roll a d20, buddy. You fail on a 12 or higher, you win, and on an 11 or lower, you lose.
Okay, so I want to bid my first 15 gold.
15? Gone.
Oh, darn. Next 15 gold. Hey!
Yeah, okay, you've earned your money back. All right, you're broken even, and they're serving you beverages.
That's right. Oh, I win again. Oh, I win again. Oh, I lose one. Oh.
You're broken even again.
Oh, now I'm 20 less.
Some.
Oh, now I'm less. Now I'm less. Now I'm less. Now I'm less.
Cypress.
Oh, now I have $40.
Really bad.
Stop rolling. Stop rolling. You lost all your money.
That's okay. We never spend it on anything. I can lose 100.
You can. It is gone. You're a little drunker now.
Yeah, I'm drunk, and I'm like, let's go see a show.
They're like, this guy's just paying the house. Let's get him drunk.
Yeah.
Okay, next, not so far away, you see a place with music pumping out of it. There are live musicians and bards that are playing all sorts of cool instruments. Some of the bards here play like more electronic kind of sounding instruments that not just like flutes and lutes and stuff, but like electric lutes and things like that. There's a bit of a steadier vibe in this area, and when you go to the Black Ruby, that is like walking into, I don't know, it's like walking into the Great Gatsby, you know? It's like, it's this, the most wealthy, swanky place. There are chandeliers and diamonds and crystals. There are floating lights all across the place. There's magic happening everywhere, personal little shows happening, and there are a huge stage with like so many cool lighting effects. And it looks like a singer is just finishing up their act.
And I lean over to Burr, and I'm like, wow, Burr, I guess we're not in Priam anymore.
And then you hear an announcement. Let's hear it for Zeldana. Yeah, Zeldana. So sensual, so sensual. All right, well, for our local MC, it's Linda!
Yeah, Linda!
The entire place kind of like half-heartedly, you know, just kind of like...
Linda the quiet soprano?
Linda, as a half-orc takes the stage, a half-orc woman takes the stage. Take it away.
I'm so excited.
Oh, hey everybody. Good time tonight.
Well, I'm Linda, and we're here at the Black Ruby. And that, give it up for Elf on a Shelf.
Zeldana! It was Zeldana!
Hey, my cards got smudged. You get out of there. Well, next up, we have a very special guest. Very special guest. Oh shoot, what was the name of the Fireball people? It's Nox Vanny and their new hit single, Fireball. Give it up for them, Nox Vanny.
Oh, the audience goes crazy for this. They're huge into this new Fireball song. Everyone's like, all of a sudden, it seems like the crowd doubles. And Cypress,
Wait a minute, real quick. I don't think chat knows that this is like a normal bit for Jason. So this is the first time Linda's made an appearance on D&D, right?
Yeah, ever.
So chat, welcome to Linda, the Quiet Soprano.
Linda the Quiet Soprano is based off of my mother, and I wish I was joking with how much of my mother she actually embodies, but this is truly. If Hey Lauren was here, she could verify.
And Linda will not be in one episode because this is Jason's secondary character.
Yeah! Yes! Oh my god, I'm so excited! Yeah!
She wants to come play. She wants to hang out.
Oh my god!
I love that!
This is oh my god, this is so exciting.
I can't wait for Oliver to meet Linda.
Oh, they're gonna be best
I know.
They're gonna be besties.
Okay, so Cypress, as you're finishing a drink,
I just want to note, I am a big fan of Linda. Big fan. I buy the t-shirt.
You're in luck because while like this huge band that everyone loves goes on stage and starts to rock about fireballs, you see Linda kind of like half-heartedly leave the stage because once again it seemed like nobody really cared that much for what she had to offer, and you see her like smiling and laughing, but most people are just ignoring Linda completely.
Oh, I run up and hi Linda, I just have to say, as like a red dragon, that song really spoke to me. Cause like Fireball, like I breathe fire. It's and I think you have such a beautiful voice.
Aww.
And I am such a big fan. I bought your
Linda's
t-shirt.
not in that band though. That's a separate band.
No, I'm just the MC, but thank you.
Yeah. Linda's like the bad comedic act in between the big numbers. You know, like,
and you know, I really wouldn't have been as excited for that song had you not introduced it.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Oh,
way to save it, Gare. Way to save it.
Yeah.
Cypress, let me tell you a joke. Okay, what?
By the way, my name's Cypress. Nice to meet you.
oh shoot! You don't tell me. Sorry. Well, Cypress, look here's some new material I've been working on. Okay. What did the pirate say when he turned 80?
What?
He said, "I'm 80."
Wait.
Linda a bard?
You better believe it.
Linda, can I hear another, please?
Yeah, Linda, why don't you sing a little for us?
Well, there's an old song that one of the first songs that we were ever taught at so I'm a student at the Randall Bard College of Singing, and it's not what we really call it. There's a real name for it.
It's actually the Grand Old Autumn Prix.
Yeah, the Grand Old Autumn Prix. Yeah, and
nice one, Gare.
Thanks.
I like that, Garrett.
That was good. That was really good.
Thank you.
And and I'm one of the first songs we were taught. It goes a little bit like this. It goes, the tale of dragons born. The tale of dragons born. And I'm in the middle of learning it all, but it's such a good song.
Wait.
And I've never met a dragonborn before until now, and so it's like full circle.
Wait, Linda, my mom used to sing that to me. You're meant to be my friend. I've never heard that song from anyone else.
Cypress, have you ever met a half-orc?
I have not met a half-orc.
Linda is half-orc, half-tiefling, right?
Half-orc, half-tiefling, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so
do you have her picture?
Oh gosh, you sent it to me.
It's in the drive if you want to throw it up.
You sent it to my chat, to my text, right?
Yeah, I texted it to you, but yeah, you can also.
Yep, I have it. I'll put her up. You guys have a little conversation.
I know that Cypress is drunk and he's normally more friendly, but like, I just have to note, I think Linda is going to be Cypress's is his favorite person in this moment, and is just will just immediately open up.
Well, okay. And then I take Cypress because I know how long the next band has, and then I say I don't have much longer till I have to introduce the next group. But I've always wanted to meet a Dragonsborn, because that's all I've heard about and sung about. Tell me all about your life. Where are you from? Where do you come from? Tell me.
Oh well, it's really depressing. So no worries. But I was an orphan, and I lived alone in a forest for most of my life. And then I was a bounty hunter, and then I made friends, and now I kind of fell into this job, but tonight has changed my life. Linda, you are so talented.
Well, first of all, I'm so mad that Greg made me do this while I have a cold. Well, I would love to bring you back to my college, because all we do is we learn old songs and learn tales and ballads and epic poems, and the stories I could tell you about the Dragonborn of the Winter Kingdom. There's not enough time in the day. I have to keep you for a week.
Well, Linda, I think my friends would love to meet you. Do you want to show us the college? Can you show my friends and I the college another time?
Oh, I'd absolutely love to. I have to finish my set or else they'll fire me. I can't afford to lose my job.
Well,
the doesn't pay for itself.
Well, I'm gonna go get rowdy in the crowd. You have a good performance.
And then I look at the bartender, and I put up a finger, and I said, like, one for my friend, and the bartender absolutely ignores me and keeps going along with their day.
Chase, where do you have this image? Because I can't load TIFF.
She's on the drive. She's on the drive.
Where
in images.
In images. Is it with Tristan images? No, it's not.
No, she should have her own folder. Oh wait, hold on. I'll get her. Greg, you do something and I'll put her in.
Okay, so you guys, Cypress, you wait for Linda to finish her job because she was almost done for the night. And then you head over to meet your friends wherever you said you'd meet earlier. Tristan is still...
Tristan's still doing his Tristaning.
That's right. Tristan is still with that person. So I go and meet... I bring Linda along to the library.
Oh, Linda's coming.
Is my shift over, or do I have to wait?
Linda, you finish your shift about an hour and a half later. Cypress waits for you, and then you head out together.
Okay.
It's been a tough time. Linda, I think you've had a tough time making friends. Maybe it's the half bard, half tiefling. Half bard. Maybe it's the half orc, half tiefling thing. Maybe it's the high soprano-y voice. But I think that Cypress's welcome was significant to you in a way.
Yes. Linda has a very hard time making friends. She's kind of a lot for people. She basically, if you just think of Kathy and Jimmy in any movie in the 90s.
I don't know who that is. And I don't know that our audience will know who that is.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. We know who that is.
We have a lot of young people watching, Jason, who were born
Does anyone in the comments know who Kathy Najimy is?
I was gonna say I would wager good money that young people would know who Kathy Najimy is.
Yeah, okay. She was just in all those Descendants movies.
And Hocus Pocus.
Who is she in Hocus Pocus?
She's the fat witch.
Oh, I love her. I didn't know that was her name at all. I didn't know that was her name at all. We would have never guessed that.
Kathy Najimy, and she's also in Sister Act. She's the funny witch. She's the funny.
Our chat is already confirming what I said, which is they don't know who she is. She's the funny mouth witch in Hocus Pocus, y'all. And they just redid it. They did a second one last year. That wasn't very good, but
Okay.
Oh, okay, that lady.
Well, get bigger.
Okay.
What's going on?
Just make sure you
There we
don't put it in a journal. Just copy paste
I know,
it.
I'm not. Here we go. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary friends, meet Linda.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! I love her.
And
She's so happening.
there is
in this
no
photo.
surprise that I
love her.
love Linda.
She's purple. She's got horns and a teethy smile.
Look at that smile.
Yeah, I love
It. I love her.
We're serving body positivity. She's serving body positivity.
Absolutely, yes. She has a lot of curves, and she is very proud of herself.
I love
this.
I
love
love
it. I love.
Okay, so this person shows up walking next to Cypress. They look pretty fun together, purple and red. Very colorful. Yeah. And so you guys,
Sorry about that.
Nora and Aramaya, you guys have gathered to talk about some of the history you've learned in this place. And while you're doing that, you see Cypress walk in next to this woman.
Hi, Cypress. Who's your new friend?
You guys, this is Linda. She's the tits.
Hi, Linda Tits. How are you?
Oh, your friends are hilarious.
It's a little loud. Are we still in the library?
Yes.
It's a little loud for the library.
It's what? Say that again, Michelle.
I said it's a little loud for the library.
Oh yeah, the amount of libraries I've been kicked out of.
Oh my gosh! Oh my stars!
Linda's great.
So much. So I hear that you're all visiting this town, and you came from somewhere far away. That's just crazy.
We are. How long have you lived here, Linda?
Oh, well, I came here as a little. Well, so I'm a half tiefling, half orc. And I came here as a little, a youngin.
Do you have a picture of your parents by any chance?
My parents didn't really know what to do with me, so they sent me away. And I have a gift. I have a gift for some song, and a gift for getting into trouble. So yeah, I've been studying at the school for a long time now, and I'm almost ready to take my journey, but not quite yet. I have a few more songs to master until I can do that.
Well, I look forward to
Tell me
hearing
about
one of
your
your tunes very soon.
Oh, well, we're not allowed to write our own yet, but I've secretly been working on one, and I'll show you sometime later. Twist my arm.
Well, I do. It's nice that you're. It's nice to meet another student.
Oh yes. Yeah. Wow. And I look around like the huge stack of books to see the other voice. I didn't know where that voice is coming from. I thought the books were talking to me.
Okay, it's just a little bit loud at my table, guys.
Nah,
Could you tell us a little bit about this town? Like maybe something we wouldn't, a local would have more knowledge about than a tourist like us?
Oh yeah, sure.
Greg's face is like, where is Jason gonna go with this?
Let's see.
Jason's face is, what can I say?
Yeah, just say it.
I guess I'm just like trying to get more information about this city from someone who's friendly, you know?
So it's called. So we're part of the Autumn province because they don't like to be called the kingdom anymore, and we do have sunsets and sunrises, but they last for a very long time, and sometimes when it's twilight, you'll notice all the doors that were open during the day are closed, and all the doors that were closed during the day are open at twilight. And it's very scary, and there's a lot of streets I don't walk down, but I've always wanted to.
Are you sure it's not just folk coming home and leaving for the day?
What was that?
So are you sure it's not just folk coming and going at the end of the day?
Oh, no, I mean to say that there's businesses that are only open at certain times.
Oh, well, do you recommend any businesses during the day and any that you recommend at night?
Oh, there is a chocolate and bread shop that I have wasted so much tuition coin on, and let me tell you, it is worth it. The proprietor knows me by name and knows my order and has it ready for me every day. And at night, I've never been, but from my window up in the dormitories, I see this wonderful night market that opens up, and with lanterns and beautiful colors, and I've always wanted to go, but I've always been too scared because anyway. It's great to meet you.
It's so lovely to meet you. Maybe we should. I look to my teammates. Maybe we should go find our hostel. Where are we staying tonight? We should probably go find where we're staying tonight.
You're in the ambassador's quarters. They were shown to you. They're in the area you started in, not so far away.
Okay, I don't really know what to do anymore here. That's why I'm saying that. I'm like,
yeah, that's fine. So the conversation continues. You guys acquaint yourself with Linda even more.
Someone gave Linda an Ambien, is what Blake just said.
Linda would probably be very curious to see the ambassador quarters if you want to show her. Linda would probably also be very excited to show you the Bardic College for Randall's College.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. That's you guys. I was just so excited that you all got to meet Linda that I forgot why we came here. She wants to take us to her Bard College and show us a bunch of cool stuff.
Yes. Well, enough talk, but just come on, let's go.
Out the doors you guys go and into the crazy autumn province. And as you guys are heading towards the Bardic College, you once again encounter a rickety, clanky old wagon that is spitting out green smog and little, poops on the ground as it goes by. And it stops.
Oh, as soon as it stops, Inara leans into the entire group and just says, "Oh, I think she's some sort of propaganda-fueled witch machine. So just don't say anything to the person that steps out, because I'm 99.9% sure there's some weird sort of broadcast going on and she's going to trap you. Just everybody say no comment. Don't ask questions.
Okay.
We don't have time."
Okay.
So this oh, do you have something, Jason?
I definitely know who this is, right?
You know who Vox Fuse are. Everyone in the Autumn Kingdom pretty much hates them.
Yeah.
They are a despicable people, according to you.
Yes. So I look at the group and I just motion toward an alleyway, and I said, "Let's go. Come on, let's go this way. It's a shortcut." Actually, that's not true. It's not a shortcut at all, but it takes us away from the main street, and we don't want to see them. So, come on, let's go this way.
But before you can leave, the door bursts open. As streamers fly out, and these kind of cheap pops of confetti burst around, and this red, white, and blue carpet kind of tumbles down, and out walks a very judgmental looking nun.
Her eyes go.
Judgmental.
She looks judgmental and afraid.
She looks
very concerned.
I feel like she's looking into the back of my head.
She's got a very large forehead. It makes me feel better about mine.
This woman walks out and she looks around and she says, "Sin! Sin! In this entire province. Sin in each one of you. Why? Who will be the first to confess? Confess your sins to me. Judy Ruliani.
No.
Judge Nun Judy, you can call me. Who would be the first to confess?
Rulian? Wait, what's her name?
Her name is
Rudy,
Nun.
It's Rudy Giuliani as a nun.
It's Judy Giuliani.
And she's a judge nun.
That's amazing.
Rudy.
I love this. Okay.
Who will confess their sins for this entire kingdom guilty? You have committed a murder of one of our most important officials. And as Judy is speaking, this little creature starts stickling around her.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. They look like them. Did you put their names in? That looks like Trump.
What? No,
Don't say it. Don't say it. We can't clear it. We can't clear it.
That's not that. I don't know why you'd see that. This is Vox Fuse.
I'm so sorry. My mistake.
Oh my god.
That's incredible.
Vox Fuse. And this little thing starts tricycling around the nun. And then behind them, this green witch figure comes out and says, "This is a city of witches. Everyone here is a witch." And then she eats a snail and licks it off of her witchy fingers.
She has some black dye coming down the side of her face.
Yeah, and her definitely some black dye coming down the side of her face. She says, "Someone here has committed a murder in our sacred realm, and it will not go unpunished. Was it you? Was it you?" And the birds start flittering all around as some other kind of monstery looking red and white creatures with hats, except the presidential hats are actually a part of their head. They're starting to step out. They look kind of like fucked up Uncle Sam's, you know? And they have huge kind of wide eyes, and they're starting to poke around at the various people and irritate and accuse and belittle the citizens. How do you react?
I turn to Linda and I say, "Is this behavior legal to harass the citizens of this city?"
Now, Linda, the political culture here is that Vox Fuse is technically welcome. They are allotted a spot on the council. They do get to have a voice, but they are completely unreasonable people that everybody despises.
Sorry. So I'm wondering if this is legal, that they're harassing the citizens.
As long as they don't become violent, it's legal.
Okay, well, I don't like it.
Can I? I'm probably not. I'm probably not good enough to do it yet. I want to sing a song of calming or you know what I mean? I just want to chill things out.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's getting a little. They're being assholes. People around me are being sad and scared. I just want to mellow the mood a little bit.
Performance check.
Okay.
You also may have some spells that help out with this. Okay. Do you want to use your advantage? I mean, you haven't used it yet. Oof. Okay.
Jesus.
Well, I'll take your first one. A 14 is not a bad roll. It's not a life-changing roll, but it's not a bad one. You do start singing. You do have a lovely voice. Tell us a little about the song you throw out there. You don't have to sing it, but explain it.
It's a very Mamas and the Papas style song. It's very make your own kind of music. It's like that song, but we can't clear the rest.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so as you are playing that, people are reacting and people are starting to turn to you. And Judy Giuliani centers on you and says, "Stop! Who is this demonic creature? Look at the horns on its head. Look at the color of its flesh. And listen to the sound of its voice. This is a demon."
Oh, no, I'm not a demon. I'm just a half tiefling orc just studying songs at the college.
I kind of step up in front of him and I say, "Who are you calling a demon?"
I'm being attacked. You
oh, see it. And the birds flutter around you, and they like get close to your
What did she
face,
say? A what?
And they then flutter around him, and all of a sudden, she has like a little blood mark on her forehead that she put there. And she goes, oh, she slapped me. Did you see that they slapped me? They've attacked me. We are being attacked by the people of this kingdom. Oh, we must return home and tell them at once of this warlike.
I look around to the crowd and I'm like I feel like everyone's very confused.
Can I
Everyone
cast?
but them, yeah. But the birds are getting it in a way that looks pretty good.
Greg,
because everyone,
the people are the people like rolling their eyes and like, ugh, this is so typical, or are the people like actually afraid and they're cowering?
I would say it's a mixture of both, because the people from Vox have definitely crossed, like they've killed people before. People consider them untrustworthy and dangerous. However, they're in your territory, and I do think people are probably rolling their eyes. You know, I don't think they're so afraid of them in this area, because if Vox crosses the line, they'll get taken care of right away. But they never quite do. That's the thing. They always go right to the line, and they never cross it.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, so
well, that was weird.
Away?
Yeah, I think we just
After
walk
this,
away.
The birds all like take a cue from Judy, and they immediately stop and go back to their perch. And as soon as they do, the whole spectacle stops. Judy just kind of like whiffs the people away and goes back into the carriage. The green witch woman follows, as does the little creature on the tricycle, and the Vox Fuse just starts to...
That is a horror movie. The three of them is a horror movie.
Yeah.
And the Vox Fuse wagon starts to spit out like green toxic smoke and pop out little poops, and it starts just going back towards the entrance of town.
Can I Arcana check the camera birds?
Sure you can.
Oh, I just got what Vox Fuse is. Because you spelled fuse F-U-S-E instead of F-E-W-S.
You're right, couldn't spell it.
I don't get it.
That's funny. See? See, he didn't know either.
No one caught it.
That's funny.
Well, it should be Nox Fuse then. Nox Fuse.
No, it's Vox with a V.
So I look over.
I know, but it should be Nox.
Nox
Fuse.
That's what it is. It's Nox Fuse. I haven't written. I've just been saying Vox all day, haven't I?
Yeah, we should stick with the.
I read something that said Vox.
We should stick with the Nox version.
I think
for so many reasons.
It's Nox Fuse. I think I've just been saying it wrong.
Nox Fuse.
It is a take on Vox.
Yeah, Nox Fuse.
So I look over at my friends and I'm like, well, you know, I never thought I'd say this, but those three give those little pumpkin people a run for their money.
I got an 18.
Wait, what did you say?
I said I never thought I'd say this, but those three give those little pumpkin people a run for their money.
Inara, with an 18 in Arcana, you can tell that this is not natural magic. This is something more similar to necromancy. These are not natural creatures. They've been created through experimentation, and they would be offensive to the vast majority of the magical world.
And can I sense, like, they're obviously it's obvious to me that they're broadcasting what's happening?
You can tell that you've seen it already, that there's a screen on the back of the wagon that they travel in, and that is broadcasting everything they do. And you can see that from the bird's point of view, it actually does look like Judy was attacked by Aramaya, just because of the crazy angles that they managed to manipulate out of it. And you can tell that that is probably what they came here to do.
Can I tell if casting sleep on the birds would get all the like my instinct would be to cast sleep on them and have them all like fall out, you know, and then like put them out
Your
of their
sleep
misery
spell works on
somehow.
a certain amount of hit points. These birds would have about 1 hit point each. You're dealing with about 1 to 2 dozen of them in total.
Oh.
So you,
Okay, can I
Can you
try?
make a roll to see how many you can sleep?
Yeah, can I
Is
Yeah,
that
I
how
think
it
you-
works?
can I try to sleep them?
yeah, do you want to say that you were trying to sleep them? I mean, they've kind of gone back onto the carriage at this point, or do you want to?
I want
trying
to. I want to.
retroactively sleep them?
I want to sleep them so that they fall off the carriage in a sleep without the people on the carriage knowing. You know, like I want them to drop
go
off
for
the
it.
carriage in a sleep. Basically.
If we do that, you think it'll get rid of whatever the images were? Is that what you
No,
mean?
but I think if I sleep them, we can contain them, and then
Sure.
you know what I mean. Like it's just to me abhorrent, this type of magic, and I think my first instinct is like shut it down.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get water real quick. I'll be right back.
Actually, B, we're gonna wrap up early tonight.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think I just displayed.
This
Hang
is-
on, sorry.
This is the end of our episode right here.
But because I'm over this.
Okay, sorry. I
I'm
don't know.
over it more.
Why is it
just
letting
because-
me
I could hang out all night.
roll? Oh,
Well, we've introduced our new secondary character, Linda. We've introduced, we've met the new Autumn Kingdom and walked around a bit. Autumn Province, I like that actually. Autumn Province. Oh, that's a very good roll. Did you upgrade that spell?
no. It's
You just rolled
5d.
really well.
It's 5d8. Yeah.
Sure.
Wow. Okay, so you managed to put the entire swarm.
Okay, and do they all fall off?
They, in a sense, some of them fall off. Others were already perched on the top of this thing and just fall asleep.
Okay.
So some of them scatter and fall. All of them cease to record, but some of them do stay on top of that.
Okay, I think.
Did you want to try to knock the remaining ones off? Because the carriage is now traveling. You don't know if they can see outside of the carriage or not. But if you wanted,
Yeah, if I could just
be
if I could just gently make my goal with casting sleep is to get all of the birds off the thing onto the ground, and then I can see if they want to remain living, like if we do some sort of speak with animal spell, or I can try to just take the enchantment on them. I'm just seeing them literally
any
as
other
like,
other assistance that your team can provide to knock the remaining sleeping
I have
birds?
mage hands.
I have gust.
Gust.
Gust to blow them off.
Gust, yeah.
A strong wind would do it.
Great. It's a cantrip. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, great. You can't trip the remaining birds off, and they kind of fall and hit the ground and just remain still because they're still sleeping. As the Nox fuse
By
travel,
the way, you definitely wrote Vox Fuse for the thing that we were all reading. So I just wanted to.
I definitely wrote Vox fuse. That's why I've been
I
saying
like
it.
Nox better though.
I like
It's
Vox
Nox.
Fuse better.
No,
No, because it's too close to it's too close to Critical Role.
Vox Machina. I didn't think about
Well,
that. Nox
Nox
fuse.
fuse. We might as well just not.
Yeah.
Okay, but on that, we've met Linda, we've met some new baddies, and we've met a lot of interesting new good people, or perhaps not. We will find out as we explore this Autumn Kingdom, and we will do that next week on Monday.
Hey.
What are our plans for Thursday? Like, Jason's out, I'm out.
I'm out. I'm in Houston.
It's me and Michelle.
Heyo.
And Michelle
Or
was like, I don't
Blake.
want to
What
do it.
about Blake and Garrett?
Oh, we could do that. We could do Blake and Garrett, yeah.
Blake,
I'll
are you
also, I'll also do what I've been doing, and I'll have it on at the theater, and just like I'll say hi when I'm off stage. Sorry,
I might
that's really
also-
unprofessional, but I will.
I might do that too. I mean, I'll probably just show up and watch because I'll be, you know.
I will be at a ballet, so I won't be able to.
Oh, fancy.
Well, just think about it. Whoever's going, I won't be there. I usually provide, so you'll have to figure that out with me.
Awesome.
Oh,
Well, what?
You said, and I'm freaking.
Oh.
Oh.
Sure.
Anyway, so yeah, so we'll continue the story on Monday. You'll see whoever you'll see on Thursday, and we hope you have a great night. Right?
And me and Michelle will match again.
I know. We planned this.
We planned this.
All right. Bye, y'all. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
We love you. Bye.
Love you all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Born from the stories whispered in dead of night. They burn our pages, but we're damned to survive. We flirt with dying, cause the fear tastes like wine. Heathens creep like demons in the moonlight. They hate our morals, we don't play by their rules. We live by a loaded die in this sick game. We're your favorite misfits and we're coming for the glory. Love to hate us cause it's scary that these rejects could be legendary. Come and have a taste, a tiny bite could poison your fate. You should know the brave, they don't fear the grave. We are the natural ones. The holy hypocrites are on their black thrones, or righteous renegades who come for their crown. We risk a all for our souls, and we raise a drink to soothe the sting that death brings. We're your favorite misfits and we're coming for the glory. Love to hate us cause it's scary that these rejects could be legendary. Come and have a taste, a tiny bite could poison your fate. You should know the brave, they don't fear the grave. We are the natural ones. We are the natural ones. The freaks are coming for ya. We've come to play. Be careful what you wish for in the devil's game. The freaks are coming